Good.
A new partnership will pay homage to a local elderly woman days before the anniversary of her death, the honor that will benefit two Metro Atlanta communities.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sophia Choi. A nippy afternoon with cloudy skies. Meteorologist Brian Monahan is tracking the cold in Severe Weather Center 2.
A lot of clouds, mist, drizzle, showers around. What you see this afternoon right now, pretty much going to carry us through the day. There's the view over Midtown and downtown Atlanta underneath the clouds. Temperatures right now, mid-40s. That's it. They haven't budged much since we got on the air this morning at 6 o'clock. 47 now in town, 47 Carrollton, 45 in Gainesville, Athens in the low 40s. And here are those light showers coming through Cobb County, up along 575 through Canton this afternoon, up through Dawsonville and Dahlonega. You've seen some rain this morning and into early this afternoon, and still some showers through Carroll County over toward Douglas County this morning as well. Temperatures 40s to around 50. That's going to about do it today. That wedge of cool air coming down the eastern slopes of the mountains. So we've got mid 40s this afternoon, Gainesville, Athens, upper 40s to around 50 in Atlanta. This wedge, though, is going to start to weaken tonight, and we've got a quick, big change in the weather as we head toward the start of the work week, updating how fast our warming trend moves in, coming up in less than 15 minutes.
Brian, thank you. New at noon, a local church is honoring an elderly woman killed during a botched drug raid by creating a nonprofit in her honor. Channel 2's Ricky Klaus is live in Atlanta's English Avenue neighborhood. And Ricky, the woman was Catherine Johnston.
And the pastor here calls today Catherine Johnston Day, as you can see here on the program, as well as on the sign behind me here at the church. He says her untimely death brought worldwide attention to the English Avenue community. Lindsay Street Baptist Church in Atlanta's English Avenue community recognizes Catherine Johnston annually, and Sunday was the day. Senior pastor Anthony Motley says the church and surrounding community will not allow themselves to forget what happened 11 years ago that made headlines around the world.
It was the serving by the Atlanta Police Department of a no-knock warrant that went terribly awry.
Johnston's shooting death by Atlanta police during a botched drug raid led to manslaughter charges and prison for several officers and a nearly $5 million settlement from the city of Atlanta. Motley is finding light in the dark situation.
Out of the ugliness of it has come some beauty.
In response to Johnston's death, Motley says business leaders and his church have teamed up through the Friends of English Avenue organization to lift up the stigmatized community through gardens, education, and police presence. The church says today it's launching a new nonprofit to continue all of the good work. Reporting live in Northwest Atlanta, Ricky Klaus, Channel 2 Action News.
Ricky, thank you. Hundreds of people are gathered to remember those killed in a church massacre. A service is being held in a community park near the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Texas. 1 week ago, gunman Devin Kelly killed more than 24 people who were attending church service. Church leaders say the building has been temporarily turned into a memorial to the victims, but it will likely end up being demolished. At this time, police do not expect to file any charges in the death of a Georgia Tech student. A driver hit and killed Caden Campbell as he tried to cross I-85 Saturday morning. A Georgia Tech spokesperson confirmed this photo is from the victim's Facebook page. The 19-year-old was in his first year at Georgia Tech and was a Sigma Nu fraternity pledge. President Donald Trump is on the final stop of his tour of Asian nations. This is new video of a formal dinner where the president shared a toast with the Philippines President Rodrigo Duterte. The gala dinner celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. The two men will hold formal talks on Monday. President Trump has praised Duterte. Human rights advocates accuse the Philippines leader of violent crackdowns on suspected drug traffickers. Tonight, a local organization that helps children conquer speech and literacy issues will hold one of its biggest fundraisers. Several hundred people are expected to attend the Atlanta Speech School Guild's Language and Literacy Gala. It's taking place at the Capital City Club in Brookhaven. This event is from 6:30 p.m. until 10 o'clock tonight. This is new video of the fire damage at a local school playground. The flames heavily damaged some of the equipment at the Martin Luther King Elementary School just outside of Riverdale. Investigators have not said if they believe someone actually started the Saturday morning fire on purpose. Firefighters doused the flames shortly after arriving. Officials at a local university are defending their actions after a reported rape. Kennesaw State Police arrested Benjamin Wainscott on Thursday. Investigators say the KSU student raped the victim during a date. Students were not notified because the university determined there was no further threat. One student found that upsetting.
This is where I live. This is where I walk to class. This is where I have late classes at night. I walk alone at night. You know, you should tell us regardless of if it was random or not.
Some students called sexual assault an unfortunate part of college life. The hunt is on today for 2 missing horses. The owners from Tennessee provided these pictures showing the rodeo horses. They were in a trailer that was stolen along with a truck from a Walmart parking lot in Locust Grove. They were in Georgia to compete in a high school rodeo in Perry. The family is afraid the thieves will dump the horses, leaving them without food and water. Happening now, a state-of-the-art center is helping fight breast cancer in a North Georgia community. The Go Mobile Mammography Center is offering free mammograms in Athens. It's at the Georgia Square Mall today. Women can get a free exam from now until 6 o'clock tonight.
Well, average high temperatures this time of year, mid-60s. We're going to be nowhere close today. 40s right now, showers across North Georgia, but a big change in our weather pattern less than 24 hours away. I've got the timeline of our warmer air next.
Authorities are investigating an accident that injured children at a California playground. One of them described the moment his fun turned into a terrifying time. And Alabama's Republican Senate candidate addressed sexual misconduct claims. His response to the accusations, he says, are just an attempt to stop his campaign.
I'm Channel 2's Fred Blankenship.
I'm Linda Stouffer. Coming up on this week's People to People, these empty bowls are helping feed homeless college students.
The effort to eliminate waste and hunger on one Georgia campus. Join us right after this newscast on People to People.
Developing this afternoon, Republican candidate Roy Moore is refusing to drop out of the Alabama Senate race. He fired back at the women who are accusing him of sexual misconduct.
Think that grown women would wait 40 years to come right before an election to bring charges is absolutely unbelievable.
Moore addressed accusations about this incident that involved a 14-year-old during a Veterans Day event Saturday in Alabama. A lawyer for another woman accusing Moore said the alleged victims did not know their rights, especially against Moore, who was a district attorney. A student from South Georgia is facing charges in South Carolina for killing his roommate. Orangeburg County Sheriff's deputies arrested 21-year-old Andrew Sanders Jr. of Savannah, Georgia. Investigators say the shooting happened at an apartment complex near Claflin University. Sanders is facing involuntary manslaughter charges. Nearly 24 children are recovering from injuries this noon after a stairway collapsed. Now, this amateur video shows the chaotic scene at a children's trampoline and obstacle gym in San Diego, California. The accident injured 23 people. Witnesses say the platform collapsed when 30 to 40 kids rushed up the stairs to get pizza.
I kind of just heard like a crack. And then all of a sudden it just crashed down, and I heard people like screaming when it was coming down.
Authorities say the injuries range from mild to moderate. Charges and counter-charges in a dispute between a local police department and an apartment complex. At stake is the safety of residents.
Oh, the weekend's finishing off on a gray, cool, cloudy note right now over Midtown and downtown. Sunshine, though, returning right around the corner. Got the timeline on that, plus what neighborhoods won't get out of the 40s today, next.